Hi, my name is Richard Lane. I'm one of the educators here at WSET School London, and in this video we're going to discuss the wines of northeast Italy, an interesting and diverse region of this fascinating wine country. In the north, the regions of Alto Adige and Trentino have vineyards at significant altitude, which results in cool nighttime temperatures during the growing season, helping grapes to retain acidity and enables steady fruit ripening. The rest of northeast Italy is broadly moderate to warm continental in its climate. Spring frosts in the north of the region can be mitigated by treading vines higher to the ground, and damp or foggy conditions, particularly in the Veneto, can be mitigated by opening up the leaf canopy to improve air circulation and to reduce the risk of fungal disease. Let's look at the grape varieties. Alto Adige, the highest altitude region, is an ideal growing environment for white grapes, especially Pinot Grigio. Chardonnay and Gewürztraminer are also grown here. It is also the home of a local black grape variety, Schiava, which has a pure red fruit character with high acidity. Slightly lower down in Trentino, though still in the north of the region, there is plenty of white wine produced. The Pinot Grigio and Chardonnay a touch riper in style than up in Alto Adige. The local black grape variety, Teroldego, produces wines with black fruit character, high acidity and tannins. I always used to remember T for Trentino, T for Teroldego. The region called Friuli-Venezia Giulia is renowned for quality wine production. White wines of note include concentrated Pinot Grigio, and there are widespread plantings of Merlot too. Not forgetting orange wines, popular in the Eastern Oriental zone, close to the border with Slovenia. But it is around the ancient and beautiful city of Verona where the two most famous regions of northeast Italy are located, namely Soave and Valpolicella. Soave is east of Verona. Garganega is the grape variety with zesty lemon, stone fruit and high acidity. The wines are usually unoaked and for early drinking. The best wines come from the Classico zone, labelled Soave Classico DOC, where the hilly slopes and limestone and clay soils slow grape ripening, helping to retain acidity and to increase flavour concentration. The wider vineyard area for Soave DOC is flatter land, where the grapes ripen more quickly but with less intensity. Whereas Valpolicella is northwest of Verona, where red wines are mainly made from the black grape variety Corvina. Like Soave, there is a hilly Classico zone, where the fruit has better concentration from slower ripening on cooler clay soils. Corvina has a bright red fruit character, often a sour cherry note and high acidity. Wines can be made in a range of styles, so let's take a look. In Valpolicella, there are various winemaking options depending on the desired style. Dry red wines, often on the simple side, probably acceptable to good quality, will be fully dry and usually made without any maturation. Fresh and fruity, though popular red wines, popular for early drinking. For more complex wines, we need to understand the passito method and the style of wines this can produce. These are complex in character due to the precise process of drying fruit off the vine. Let's consider a famous wine made in this style, Amarone, and how it is made. Corvina grapes are picked when they are ripe, not overripe. Then these grapes are stored indoors for around 3 months. Humidity has to be carefully controlled to avoid any rot developing. And during this time, the fruit loses around half its weight due to water evaporation. drying and concentrating aromas and flavors. Typically in January or February after harvest, the partially dried fruit is then fermented. The concentrated sugar levels leading to high alcohol dry or off-dry wines with intense flavors of fresh and dry, red and black fruits and spice, and extensive oak maturation to add toasty aromas. Recioto is a sweet wine made in a similar way using the passito method, but with extra ripened grapes in the vineyard, helping to create a naturally sweet red wine. There is also a wine style, sometimes referred to as being a baby Amarone. This style is called ripasso, and in this method, we use a dry Valpolicella red wine, and we add to it some fermenting skins from an ongoing fermentation of an Amarone. The addition of these skins with the sugar on, which the yeast will ferment on those skins, creates more alcohol and enriches that basic wine with some of the character of the Amarone skins. So a much fuller, deeper style wine than the basic Valpolicella. So do look out for these famous wines of the region. The simpler wines labeled Valpolicella DOC, the sweet Recioto della Valpolicella DOCG, Valpolicella Ripasso DOC, and not forgetting Amarone della Valpolicella DOCG. Now let's look at part of a short written answer theory question you could be asked on this wine region. Describe the ripasso method, 4 marks. Well, that's a short and sweet question. Look at the command verb, describe. We've got to state clearly what it is and say what it is. And 4 marks are available, so you've got to say a few things. So here's a sample answer to this question. Before the fermentation of the Amarone is complete, the wine is drained of its skins. The skins remain unpressed, and the Valpolicella wine that has completed its fermentation is added to them. Yeast ferment the remaining sugar on the Amarone skins. So that is describing the method of production. It is not talking about the smell and taste, the style of the wine. That was not the question. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this trip through this fascinating region of northeast Italy. Good luck with your studies, and thanks for watching this video.